Well, it's the show where we're all about being who you are and nobody knows. Hey, welcome. Hey, today we're going to be talking about water hyacinths. And our last episode, I showed you how to set up a little hydroponics unit just with a Rubbermaid tub. Now check out these pictures that I've got of the water hyacinths that I put in my tub. I started with a 100-watt daylight bulb, and I thought I would do just fine. Here's my Rubbermaid tub, and inside I have the water hyacinth. And they seemed to do just fine for quite a while. I had flowers blooming, very pretty. And I was very pleased. I gave them 4 or more hours of daylight per day. But after a while, I just was not happy with the results. Okay, well, they did fine for a while, but then they started looking like this. And it kept them alive, no doubt, but they kind of stopped growing. And as you can see, they start turning a little brown, which is okay, and they'll do that out in the sunshine too. But I noticed that they stopped growing runners and new baby water hyacinths. And the roots looked just okay, but not as healthy as what you'd get out in the natural light. So I asked a friend of mine, Sharon, in Greenville, South Carolina, and I said, what is the secret to wintering over water hyacinth? And this is what she said. Let me pull this message up for you. She says, this is Sharon in Greenville, South Carolina, hyacinths need real sunlight. So find a hot, sunny window, and you've got it made. Have a good one. That's Sharon in Greenville, South Carolina. So that's what I'm doing. I'm putting them back outside. Here where I live in Southern California, we don't get any frosty mornings until about January or February usually, so I've got a little bit time frame. But some of you others there, it's probably already snowing. It's the 1st of November. And it's very chilly, and so it would probably be more cost effective if you just buy water hyacinth over every year. It's not always an easy plant to winter over, especially if you live in snow country. That's something to think about. Or you can try to keep it over inside the house, just keeping it alive and then bringing it back to life when the weather warms up back again. That's up to you. Okay, I have another fan. Ooh, this is fun. Let's pull it back up here. Oh, this is Amado in Miami, Florida. Now you would think, beautiful Florida, no problem. There's water hyacinths everywhere. Well, actually not. And I have a lot of fans in Florida that have a hard time finding pond plants. And you would think, tropical, no problem. Well, some states they're just hard to find. And Amato says, what is the secret to get them to bloom here in Miami, Florida? I got some very huge roots and my plants got huge, but never bloomed. When I checked them, they had very little roots. Did the koi eat the roots and that's why they didn't bloom? Please advise so I can purchase some from you and try it again. Well, Amato and everyone, I would say, yeah. If the koi were nibbling on the roots, that's probably why. Also, I throw in a little fertilizer in the water, and there's some fertilizer you can get that will not hurt your fish. I use Osmocote, and that's just a regular nursery fertilizer. It doesn't hurt your fish. Or you can get the kind of fertilizer that's specially made for ponds, and that will help them bloom. And I think that's why my water hyacinth gets so big, because I feed them well. And if you want to have flowers, you got to feed the plants to get the flowers. Something else that I suggested for Amato was to put his plants in, hang on a second here, to put his plants in a separate container and just to keep them growing, and then to put them in the pond. Or you could put a net to divide your plants from your fish so they can't get to them to eat them, or something else that you can do, and I have not tried this, but it was an idea. You could take your plants and put plastic wrap around the roots and poke holes in it so you can get the water filtration The fish won't be able to get to the roots and munch on it, but they can still continue to free float and to grow. And so those are some ideas for you. So as we go along, I've got a story for you. Okay, I have a new fear, and it is the fear of pizza. Oh no, yeah, pizza. Check this out. It was really big before. Yeah, this is a picture of me actually eating the pizza. What happened was that I'm eating this pizza, and I bit into like a little piece of pepperoni, and there was some hot sauce underneath it, and it squirted, and it was really hot. I'm like, ah, and the pizza fell out of my mouth, landed on my chin. I got a first-degree burn. It bubbled up into a big old blister, and I had a pizza injury. So remember, people are our friends, pizza are not. Dangerous stuff there, pizza. Remember that. So that's pretty much all I got to say for today. And if you have any more questions about water hyacinth, just let me know. Send me an email, and we'll get right on top of it. Still pushing on about hydroponics and setting up those cold frames. I promise we're getting to it. And so anyway, this is Gail Gay. You have a fantastic day. Happy ponding and happy gardening.